Welcome back, Watchmen. Let's analyze. The recovery today hit a major wall at the 50-day Bastion. We're still climbing, but the sellers are starting to dig in. The pre-market started the day flat at 71 cents, and as the opening bell rang, the buyers pushed really hard early on, hitting a peak of 79 cents at the 50-day MA. It rejected us, and it forced the drop back down to 75 cents, where the resistance from the other day turned into support for today. A second attempt at 79 cents also failed, creating a double top on the chart. Price led back to 75 cents again, with a smaller bounce this time. It wasn't very strong, and price fell further to 72 cents before its last bounce. Trading went sideways for a couple of hours as momentum and volume faded, but a final late push towards 75 cents was turned away right before the closing bell, and the support from today turned back into resistance. We closed the session at 73.5 cents. Now let's look at the charts. Here on the daily we can see the 50-day moving average that repelled us, but we still had a nice green day. We need to break that moving average and hold it if we're going to assault this 88 cent supply zone above on next week. Volume was a little higher than it has been in the last couple of days, but not quite enough. We're probably going to need to see like at least twice what we had today, maybe even 100 plus million. Let's go ahead and dive a little deeper to the hourly, and we can see that there was a little demand zone that was created here intraday. We'll see that a little closer up when we do the candle of the day in a minute. We can see the two attacks on the moving average. They created that little double top. We'll see that in better detail when we do the candle of the day as well. Like I said, we're going to need to break this and hold it if we want to continue the upward momentum. And with that, we can go ahead and move to the candle of the day. Today's honor is going to go to this guy at the top here, the first one to attack that moving average. With very high volume in this candle, and the fact that it was not a very large wick at the top means a lot of that volume was coming upwards. It just wasn't enough. There was a lot of sellers here, and most of it was probably algorithmic quant trades, automated bots that were just programmed to sell as long as the price is still under that moving average. See here the demand zone that was formed early on in the session. This is right 10 minutes into the day, and it stopped price from falling, but it didn't really give us a good bounce. It's a retail zone, so I wouldn't expect much out of it, but it did part of its job at least. It didn't stop us from plummeting down and having a red day. Well, let's go ahead and get to the forecasts back on the hourly chart. Now we're going to do two arrows here, one what we need to see and one what I think we're going to see. What we need to see is another assault on this, a retest and a break to set us up in a good position for this supply zone above next week. Well, we're going to need a lot of volume for that. What I think we're going to see, if we don't get that volume, is going to be a retest and probably another double top like what we saw today. Yeah, if we can't see that massive volume, that's probably going to be what happens. Alright, and with that, we have had 5 green days in a row, but the real test begins on the morrow. If you want to join me in the DVLT Underground Discord, or check out some of the cool DVLT merch I have, I have links in the description below. Remember to like and ring that closing bell. Drop me a comment. And until tomorrow, the Night Watch stands.